What's going on YouTube? So I thought I would show you guys the exotic animals I currently own, and these three animals are the ones that are probably going to stay with me for the rest of my life. I know at least one is. So if you have been a subscriber of mine for a while, you know that I used to have a lot of exotic animals, namely snakes, lizards, reptiles, things like that. Well, now I'm down to just 2 leopard geckos and my bird, so I'm going to show you those in this video. So this is my terrarium that I have my 2 leopard geckos in. They're both females. I have a Tremper albino female, which I've had for close to 9 years now. She's the one that's poking her head out right over there. And then I have a raptor female, which is about 5 years old soon. So let me show you the way I have the cage set up. I believe I have a video up on how I set this cage up. Basically I have 2 hides with sphagnum moss inside each of them, and I spray the sphagnum moss, but only when my lizards are about to shed. You'll see tonight I'm actually gonna spray because this girl here, she's gonna shed. You see how just the tip of her nose and near her eyes are actually her real colors, and the rest of her body is kind of gray? Well, she's gonna shed soon. I feed them super worms in Rapashi's ICB calcium. I got their water over here. And let's see the other female. She's right over there. Despite having the other leopard gecko for about 9 years, this one is actually more tame and easier for me to handle. So there she is, a little raptor leopard gecko. For those of you that don't know what raptor stands for, she's not a dinosaur or anything like that. It stands for red-eyed albino patternless orange. She does have some pattern though, she has some striping on her. Okay, get up here, and this is my bird's cage. This is my Jardine Parrot, who's always fluffed up whenever I put a camera in front of him. You can see he's eating right now. Basically, he eats pellets. The pellet he's eating right now is a Harrison's pellet, which is basically pellets they're one of the best kind of bird foods you could give your bird. It's a little bit harder to find it here where I live. I usually have to go to a vet to get it. I can't really buy it at any pet stores, or usually I order it online. So he's eating that right now. You guys can see I got a little bell here, a little rope stringed up to his play stand on top of his cage here. I'm kind of unhappy about this. The bowls don't really fit in the brackets very well, and the cage came like that basically. But let's see if we could get a little bit of a close-up of him. It's quite cool. I used to have a video of him when he was younger, but I've since taken it down. So you can see he's acting all weird because he's in front of the camera. He doesn't really talk that much. I mean, he whistles and makes a couple different sounds, like the iPhone sound when you plug in your phone to a charger. Here's his cage. The one thing about birds in comparison to reptiles is that they're a lot messier, but I find they're still worth it just because it's a real companion type animal. So, it's an animal that actually cares about you. I mean, I'm sure some people argue that their reptiles are social and things like that, but you can't really compare the two, in my opinion. So, I got a couple toys here, piñata there, kind of a dream catcher here, another long rope, a little play ladder here. Now, I guess I'll go over what I feed him, since you guys aren't probably bird people that are watching this video, but basically his treats include nutriberries. These are basically up to 30% pellets mixed with seeds and things like that, mixed with fruit. There's more nutriberries. This is a different kind. I have one with jalapeno peppers, one with cranberries and apricots. Here are 80 cakes. This is 50% pellets and 50% is fruit and grains, so he really likes these. I'll show you where I put them because I don't actually put them in the food bowls he has. Whoops, just dropped this. This is the Harrison's Power Treats. I give him 3 of these a day, basically to keep his beak and feathers healthy. The other Harrison's food I give him is the Adult Lifetime, because he's 2 years old now. I got him in July 2011. Well, so he'll be 2 years soon. You know, I got a couple more toys that are still in the bags. Basically, this is what I put in his water. This is AV Vita by AV-Tech. Basically, it's a type of powder that I mix in with his water. And he loves this stuff. He drinks his water a lot more when this is in it. And I put that in every day. This is Featherific. Before I started feeding him Harrison's, I was feeding him just Supreme and things like that. And his feathers weren't very nice. Probably in combination of like what I was feeding him. Plus the humidity is very low where I live. I live in Quebec, right? So it's pretty dry here in the winters, and we're just coming out of winter right now. But Featherific has made a huge difference with his feathers. He had a lot more black feathers than green feathers, but I find that he's molting a little bit more regularly, and his feathers are coming in a lot nicer with this stuff. This is basically like a type of powder that I put on his food. Here he is. His beak is still kind of screwed up. His beak grew kind of weird at the bottom. I won't really be able to show you it, but his beak does look a lot better than what it used to look like. Right now it's peeling though, so that's why you could see a big chunk of gray on the bottom part. But he's real cool. I like him a lot. And yeah, I'm very attached to this little guy, so this is not an animal that I'm ever intend on giving away. He'll be with me for all 30 to 40 years of his life. Really, really cool. You reptile guys who are maybe considering a parrot, they're such awesome animals. And it's something different, especially if, let's say, you know, you don't have the house or you can't take a dog. Parrots are a real nice alternative. They come in a bunch of different sizes. They're not all crazy. This guy really doesn't scream that much. He's not like a conure or anything like that. But he's not like a budgie either. So, you know, it's fun to interact with him. And I gotta say, I love this little guy. So, anyways, guys, I'm going to be coming out with a lot more cool videos. I'm going to film a lot of the interesting stuff with... a lot of the interesting stuff that I work with. So, you guys should stay tuned, and we're going to have some awesome videos coming out with a new series of videos that's going to be called breeder tips and things like that. So, hopefully you guys stay tuned. Thanks, guys. Hope you subscribe. Take care.